Overtime. Well, we will till the 4th of July and take a little breather on the 4th of July. We will be back on Friday, but on the 4th, we'll dedicate our time to barbecue. A lot of people will not, like Captain Criss Turnipseed and members of the Highway Patrol. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, doing good. Here's one of the things I was talking about earlier. I said, when you are stopped, you ask for several things. In Mississippi, what do they ask for?
License and proof of liability insurance is generally the two things we ask for.
That's it.
Paul.
When they ask for registration in many places, is that the title, or do some states offer some other things or require other things?
They do. In some other states, they do require a form of registration, but we don't do that in Mississippi. We can get all that information through the tag on the back of your car, so we don't have to see a paper copy of the registration.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Most of that is
all that stuff's on the tag.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Here's a good time too to talk about tags. And what people are doing these days. There's a lot of people take liberty with it. So we talk about squatters or some of the squatting vehicles. You haven't seen any out on the road this morning, have you?
Not yet, but
yeah.
I was looking at that new law, it is passing, and we've kind of got our marching orders on that for the Highway Patrol, kind of how we're going to handle that. It should be interesting. It'll be kind of a little bit of a stop warning, writing warning citations for a little while before they start putting out any with any teeth on them. But it's just strange. I thought back to my driving career, and I thought, how long I've been doing this. I mean, I've been on patrol a little over 25 years now. I never would have thought that we're going to have to address squatting vehicles one day. I'm like, I just shook my head, and I'm like, man, what is the world coming to? But it's an issue, and it's not safe. It's not good visibility out of those, and you're blinding people with your headlights going down the road, and it's just getting a little bit out of hand. So our legislator decided it was time to address it. So good call on them.
To be honest with you, Captain, if 20 or 30 years ago they sat down and you and I were in a conversation and they ask us, what is a squatting vehicle? If they gave us multiple choices, I'm not sure if we got it.
No. Squat. I'm not even going to comment what I would think a squatter was, but yeah, a squatter is. It's 2024. What can I say? We're rolling into July the 4th here, 2024 with squatters. So
who knows what we'll come up with next? According to AAA, it's going to be very, very heavy out there. People are going to be driving, doing a lot of traveling. I did want to go back to the tags because a lot of people are putting the county part of it's covered up. Sometimes the actual sticker is covered up. How strict are you guys on the highways and byways as far as the Mississippi Highway Patrol?
Well, I mean, officially, Paul, I mean, you're not supposed to have anything that obstructs the view of the tag. So I've seen those with the clear, I guess you would call them the clear covers over them. I've seen some with tinted over it. I mean, it's officer's discretion. If he can't see something on your tag, he can stop you for it, and he can write you for covering that tag too. So that just depends on what that officer, how it. What he wants to do about it. I will tell you, though, it does give an officer a reason to stop you when it's covered up. Just for those out there who are thinking that's, why did you stop me, or you didn't have any reason to stop me. If you got that tag covered, you just gave him a reason to have a conversation with you, because that is against law.
Yeah. I watch, and you don't have to tell me the truth, but I watch a lot of these police videos on YouTube. I enjoy them, and I'll bet you that there's a lot of officers who watched that and said, man, that was dumb, or that was a good move, et cetera, et cetera. But the amazing thing about me is how many people who have warrants, and they'll be on the road not abiding by the law and giving them a reason to pull them over. It's just the dumbest thing you can do.
Yes, warrants, trafficking, narcotics.
Yes.
A lot of other things going on. They just kind of draw attention to themselves or breaking the law. But yeah, Paul, I would think I'd be my hand would be 10 and 2 on the steering wheel.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
64 and a 65.
Captain Criss Turnipseed, you guys going to be out on full force, and what is the time period of the holiday for 4th of July?
Well, this is one of those strange, interesting starts, kind of the middle of the week type holidays. So we have decided to start this travel period for holiday period purposes at 6 o'clock on the morning of the 4th. So it's going to be, I think people are going to try to turn this one into a long weekend. So we're going to extend it through midnight on July the 7th, which is Sunday evening. So 6 o'clock, July 4th morning till midnight on July the 7th, Sunday evening. We'll be out there just kind of keeping track of them. We're going to be out there 7 days, 20, all year round, but just for monitoring the purpose of keeping up with what the holiday traffic is like. That's what we've designated. It's been a busy time here. It's a really, really busy time for us right now, Paul, with the holidays coming upon us. We're in the middle of a recruiting session for our next cadet class 69, which will start in January of 2025. We've got some pretty good interest in what's going on with the Highway Patrol. August the 16th is the deadline on our application. So if anybody out there is thinking about becoming a highway patrolman, you can go to our website, dpsms.gov, look for an application, or they're out there on our social media platforms. We got it now where you can just click on it, fill out an application, submit it,
yes.
and you are signed up. We've made it so much simpler to apply, that we really are seeing that in the numbers and the people interested in applying. So that's been really, really helpful. And we're getting ready to start our cruiser competition again, our traditional American Association State Troopers competition. We've been looking at some things. We got a new vehicle in store for everybody to see here pretty soon. We're not going to spoil that, but if you keep a watch on our social media,
well, wait a minute, because we got a winner in what we have now. So you said it's going to be changed a little bit?
Oh man, we've got something real special for y'all, Paul. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Is the word NASCAR? NASCAR is not written on anywhere, is it?
No. It's a police vehicle, and no NASCAR or anything. I was actually out. I didn't get home till about midnight last night. We were out doing the getting prepped for it, doing some pre-production stuff. It's a big competition between all the states, so we like to compete with each other. These states do. Who's got the best state? We want Mississippi to always be represent and be the best. So that's
all right. You got my curiosity up here. Is this going to be the standard? All the cars are going to be repainted this, or what?
Oh, it's not a paint job. It's just a specific model of vehicle that you might be seeing.
Oh, okay.
Some of on the highway here in the future. Administration has took a look at them, and cost wise, they're
the model.
I can't do it. I can't do that.
You're
gonna have to see that. You're gonna have to see that.
What about?
We gotta get some excitement here, Paul. We gotta get people to tune in, and I can't spoil it.
Is it a car, or is it an SUV, or is it a pickup truck? You can't tell me that can you?
It's one of those three things.
Oh man! All right,
it's exciting. I'll tell you this: we're excited about it, and all the troopers have been talking about it, and every trooper wants it. So it's pretty exciting.
Well, it's not a Tesla. I can tell you that.
No, that was a little bit out of the budget there.
Yeah. And it's not a squatted vehicle. We know those. So those are the only two things that we're real sure of. When will that be debuted? What's the date on that one that we'll know?
Well, right here before the end of the July, they kind of move the dates back and forth depending on when the entries come in. But we'll post it out here on social media. We'll probably make a phone call and call back into you and talk a little bit about it. There might be something y'all want to talk about on those days.
And I'll just ask you one more question about this one: is do any other states use this vehicle?
In limited use. There are a few states that have it, different versions of this vehicle.
So when we are replacing,
I'm trying to be careful here.
I know. When we are replacing the vehicles for the Mississippi Highway Patrol, this new model will be the replacement for all future vehicles.
It could be for some of them. It would be, not all of them. It's when you see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. There's a very specific
I can't get him to go over the speed limit here. All right, guys. Look,
That's been
do
fun.
be
Been
careful.
fun.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it very much. Be careful on the roads. Captain Criss Turnipseed, you are always fun to have, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, Paul. Appreciate y'all. Have a happy 4th.
You got